Metzger, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. Today's video, I'm just showing you the course overview. I want to make sure that you hear me tell you about this class. I'm very excited about it, and of course I want to make sure you're aware of all the requirements. So when you log into your course, you'll see this requirements bar here on the left. You'll go ahead and click that and you can see a couple things that you need. The first, of course, is going to be the creative writing syllabus. You will click that and it gives you the option to download. The syllabus looks like this, and I'll just go through this a little bit point by point. First, about office hours. You can use the Blackboard IM, which you can find, and I'll show you in the second video. And I'll be available on IM Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 5, or by appointment. I prefer that you set up an appointment because I'm actually going to be on the IM quite a bit, but sometimes an appointment is best because if you have a specific problem and you need to deal with it at a specific time, I can be pretty flexible that way. My email address is there. It's my full name @me.com. And the course title is Creative Writing. Of course, we don't have a physical meeting place, so all of our meetings are going to be taking place online. And of course, you'll use the course site's login that you got through email in order to see everything. Now, a brief description of this course. We're going to blend reading, literary analysis, and writing together. You'll see all kinds of short stories, excerpts, and even some poetry, and some screenplays and drama. And we're going to look at all of the different features of text and what makes a great text great. And then hopefully you'll have some opportunities to practice making your own text great as well. There are two prerequisites for this course. First, you need to have an average grade of B or higher in your previous English class or classes. And second, you need to be in 10th grade or higher. I have listed for you lots of student learning outcomes here, and these notations at the end reflect the Common Core state standards that the state of Florida adopted and is fully implementing now. For more information on Common Core state standards, you can search for corestandards.org and you can see all of that information online. There are no required textbooks for this class. We'll be accessing everything digitally online. I want to take a minute to talk about the grading policy here. You have journals and free writing. Those are going to be worth 25 points each quarter. Discussions and participation are worth 30 points, and assignments are worth 45, bringing us to a grand total of 100 points. We'll be using a standard grading scale there, so as long as you earn 90 points or higher, you will get an A. Now, I have to make this very clear. Because this is an online class, sometimes we can be confused about something and not know where to go. Well, this is when you're going to use your discussion boards or email or chat or IM to get in touch with me immediately. If any assignment or class requirement is unclear or confusing, it is your responsibility to ask me, the instructor, immediately. You're strongly encouraged to monitor your grades as we go and make sure that anytime you have a problem, a question, or concern that you get in touch with me right away. Journals and free writing are an incredibly important part of the creative writing class. And one major component of success in writing is practice, practice, practice. So as such, maintaining a journal for your creative writing is a quarter of your grade each quarter of class. It's 25%. And I'm going to go over journal writing in another video that you'll see next week. But the bottom line here is that your journaling is an opportunity for you to practice what we're doing in class without any penalty in terms of being, marked on a rubric or anything of that nature. It's simply an activity in earning points. Discussion and participation are also a very valuable part of this class. We're going to use discussion as a way to help each other improve, and we are going to establish some norms or rules for appropriate behavior that we all can agree upon using some wikis, and that's going to take place during this week of class. So hopefully you'll find some points that you want to bring to that discussion, and we will collaborate on that together. Due to the interactive nature of this class, frequent participation in discussion boards and peer groups for editing is essential. So adhering to your required assignments through discussion boards and peer editing pairs is part of your responsibility in this course and is considered for your score in this category. So it's very important that your behavior is appropriate and that you keep up. Other people's work is going to depend upon your participation. So it's really important to be a team player as far as this goes. Now, submitting assignments. You'll have several formal assignments that you do have to turn in, and we need to be clear on how these need to look. And this isn't really coming from me. I'm following what are called the MLA standards, and most of you have probably encountered these in an English class. And I'll add a resource online when it gets closer to your first submission. But the basic MLA standards are double-spaced, times, size 12, font, 1-inch margins. There's lots of different file formats I can accept, and if the file formats listed here don't match up with what you need, just ask me. I may be able to accommodate you or help you figure out a way that we can accommodate each other. Another thing that we're going to be using a lot is Turnitin.com. Turnitin.com is a plagiarism detection software, and you'll submit your work through Turnitin.com, and that's just to keep you honest. Make sure that what you're turning in is something that you really did right and you're not borrowing from somebody else. I don't expect this to be a problem, but just to be on the safe side, it's a good idea for us to use this resource. All work needs to be turned in by the due date and the time. Although this is an elective course, I will accept late work. However, late work will be penalized. For each day that your assignment is late, you'll lose 20% of your total points. So it does definitely hurt to turn in your work late. You want to try and keep up with these things. And one final note on academic integrity. Plagiarism will not be tolerated. If you are caught plagiarizing, you will automatically receive a 0 for that assignment and could possibly have further disciplinary consequences. So just make sure that you understand what plagiarism is and that your work needs to be original, and we'll have a further discussion of that before we turn in our very first assignment. Okay, I'm really looking forward to this class and all of the wonderful things that we're going to learn. In the next video, I'm going to go over the course content with you so you can see an outline of what we're going to accomplish in each unit of this course. I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope you are too.